a full highlight on really dark hair. So you're live with me hanging out. All right, we're gonna put you guys, where are we gonna put you? All right, so we gotta flip around the camera. All right, I'm getting it all set up. So if you guys are just watching, take note, it will get started here soon. Okay. And then we need to plug in the phone. Okay. Put it in the perfect spot. Why can't I get this figured out, you guys? I'm sorry. Find a spot somewhere for this. See you guys there for now. Hello, hello. Hi, gorgeous. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Come on in. Did you find it okay?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, I have to just put my stuff over here.
Yeah, make yourself comfortable. You can hang up your bag up there if you want, or you can keep it on the floor with you. And my instructions were very long because a few have had a hard time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Alright. How are we liking the short hair?
I'm keeping it like
Okay,
that, yeah.
That's what I figured. Okay. How much do you want to bring up the bob?
I liked how it was
Okay.
when you first did it.
So let's take off. You were right above shoulders, right?
I feel like the back was really short.
Uh-huh.
But this here, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, because we did a slight angle on it. So what I'll do is I'll bring up your back. You like it short in the back.
That's
So
fine.
I'll bring it up right below where your hairline is back here.
Okay.
And then we'll just angle it forward. That's good. Highlights, what are we thinking? Just brighten it up, freshen it up for summer?
Yeah.
Okay. What tone are we thinking? Do we want like ashy? Do we want beige? What are you kind of thinking?
There was this one, hold on, let me see if I can find a picture of myself
Okay.
from back in 2020. I was really blonde though. I remember being very blonde.
Well, and so we can go through and like bigger blonding service. We would want your next one. We'd book out more time for it.
Okay, so maybe next time then we do more blonde. Okay.
Yep. So we have the 3 hours today.
Mhm.
So I'll pack in as much blonde as we can.
Okay.
And then if you're wanting to feel really bright, I'll keep you in the brightest non-ashy, but a little bit of ash in there so we can create that warmth for you. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Questions or concerns, my dear? Yeah. How's life going?
Good. Busy.
I love
They
it.
are moving, but not until like August.
Where are you living?
Back to Northern Virginia, DC.
Oh my gosh. So I only have like this,
I know.
maybe one more?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was telling Eric this morning, I was like, I'm gonna miss Katie.
It's okay. It's okay. You have a hair person out there, don't you?
No.
Okay, I'll help you.
Yeah, I'm stressed about that. Finding nails, hair. Is it like the two in wax?
I'll totally help you. So what I'll do is just give me exactly where you're gonna be,
Mhm.
and then I'll post up, and then I'll put in my hairstylist chats like looking,
Mhm.
and then usually I always can find somebody. Well, I'm excited.
We need to. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a lot easier.
You guys need that family help.
Yeah, both our families are there, so
That's right.
yeah.
Okay. So you said August?
Yeah, we're looking probably end of August,
Okay.
early September. I mean, I think Valentina and I will fly out towards end of August.
Okay.
And then
Now-
Eric is gonna drive.
Are you guys selling your condo and the house out here?
I don't think so.
Just rent them all?
Yeah. I think we're gonna keep all three.
That's an
So,
investment. That's good.
It's just what I would like to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, our house we're gonna long-term rent.
Okay. Yeah.
And I mean, we're just gonna manage that ourselves
Mm-hmm.
because it's just long-term renting, whatever.
Yep.
It's just if I want to continue to manage the short term.
Oh, the cabin, right? This
My condo too.
Your condo,
is-
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, the cabin would have to be short term rented. That's not a long term.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too small. Well, I mean, people will live anywhere, but
Yeah, but ideally,
yeah,
your house would be a long term, and then those guys would be your short term.
yeah.
Are you guys using those guys on Airbnb still?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Do they stay pretty busy?
Yeah, the winter's the slow season though, so
Ah.
it's not my favorite time of season right now.
Yeah.
But the summer does, like late spring. I mean, around I think March, things really start booking up a lot,
Okay.
and then summer just makes up for the lack of revenue in the winter.
Yep.
Fun part of being a business owner.
Well, at least it's always consistent.
Yeah.
For you, which is good. And then you're gonna still do your photography.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
It's just the rentals. I mean, people are not spending as much money. I don't know if you've experienced this. People are not spending as much money,
No,
even for photography too.
it's different.
Yeah,
I mean,
they really aren't.
I think I'm very fortunate because this has now become my part-time gig.
Oh, it has. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So it's like I'm just now working on the clients I want to have. I couldn't imagine right now with how everything is. Your part.
That's kind of
Ish.
well. No, sorry. It's like more towards the middle.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was asking you.
It just randomly decided to part that way today, I guess.
Do we still want to keep like a bright face frame money?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you want to have it predominant in popping, or do you want to have it
A little bit
more
more break.
between the two?
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
Do you want to have it where it's popping and it's a piece, or do you still want brightness and then just blend it with the rest?
Have I done like the popping one before?
You have. It's been a minute.
Let's do that.
Okay. So what you're gonna see, I always point out when you see the popping. So you're gonna see your brightness here, and you're gonna see a little tiny gap right behind it, and then your highlights.
Okay.
It looks beautiful, but I always point it out.
Okay.
All right. So what was like? I know you guys had talked about it, but what was like the final push for it?
Well, few things. We want a second, and Eric's like, I can't do two without family.
Yeah, fair enough.
And also, just if I wanted to continue to do birth photography, it's kind of a no-brainer because he doesn't have to work around my schedule when I'm on call.
Oh, yep.
Because he can just, if he wants to go play golf, he can leave. I can
You guys
drop her
have that
off.
help.
Yeah, I can drop her off at my parents' or his brother's house. So,
Yep.
I feel like those are the main reasons, really.
And so you guys are wanting another relatively soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting. I'm so happy for you, honestly. Watching you grow and go from like toxic relationship
Oh,
to
God.
this. It's like the most beautiful thing. I love seeing my clients like evolve into like the best version of them.
Yeah.
It's the best.
I can't believe like that was what 5 years ago. Yeah, that was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like,
Time clicks by.
yeah. I've been here. How many? I moved here in 2019.
Yeah, you got here
So,
right
yeah.
before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you gonna still do like doula?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I think last time we were talking that I redid my website,
Yes.
and my shift is really luxury.
Okay.
So that's another reason why I think that, you know, people aren't really hiring me as much as they were, is because I've shifted my, first of all, when you shift a focus, it takes a while to really find your ideal client.
Yeah, it's detailing into them.
Yeah, and then, but also, I'm not cheap,
Same.
so,
Yeah, I get it.
but my focus is still luxury, and I really, ideally, I want to get to like 75% just photography clients,
Okay.
and then the rest, 25 doula and photography.
Okay.
But right now, with how things are, I have to do a lot more doula and photography.
Yeah, multitasking with
Yeah.
it to balance them together.
hmm And I've been getting so many inquiries of people wanting a doula only, which I'm not offering.
Oh.
So, I mean, that's a shift from last year. People were much more receptive to paying more money to do photography too.
Than
Now-
just one.
Yeah, now photography, I mean, in my opinion, photography is a need.
For sure, I agree.
Photography is a need in my opinion, but not everyone views it like that, but a doula is 100%.
It's mandatory, I think.
Yeah.
And especially with how everything is these days, I can see that shift happening.
Oh yeah.
You know, they want to get one or the other, what's most important. But it's also the thing, like, with my price point, I've always said I usually don't have to worry too much because a lot of times my clients aren't as effective, you know? And so you would think you'll start hitting a lot of that once you get built. You won't have to worry
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, the last birth I did, she was actually due January 16th and her baby came at 35 weeks. Totally unexpected. Supposed to be a
Wow.
home birth.
Yep.
And she was like my ideal.
Uh-huh.
Like perfect. She didn't even bat an eye at my prices. Hired me, and they were just the kind of people that I want to work with.
Yep.
So
Your
that's
bread and
what,
butter.
Yeah, so that's what I hope. I think moving back to Northern Virginia, DC, it'll be a little bit easier.
Okay.
People do have more money over there.
In the area you're going
Yeah.
to. Nice.
So I think it'll be a little bit easier to find those people.
Yep. Versus trying to have a hunt them and
Yeah.
rebuild completely.
And the one advantage I have here is my style of photography is very different
Mm-hmm.
to everyone else who's a birth photographer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of blend in Northern Virginia.
Oh, because that's kind of the style out there.
Yeah, I mean, like everyone loves like film inspired, light and airy
Yep.
out there. So I might blend in a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but
But sometimes that's good if people do like that, and there's a lot of that out there.
right, yeah.
To build on that will be nice for you.
So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna start. I have to hire somebody to redo my SEO.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to spending that money.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't think I can do it myself.
No, that's a lot to take on top of everything else that
Yeah.
you're going to be dealing with. Absolutely.
So I think like around May, I'm gonna start. I'm no longer gonna advertise Denver.
Mm-hmm. And switch over.
Yeah.
That's really smart. I mean, when I talk to hairstylists when they're in a move, I always recommend, like, as soon as you know that move's going to happen, start to slowly advertise out there and book out clients for the future if you can.
Yep.
And that way you have a built book.
I created like a Facebook group for like birth out there that didn't exist.
Nice.
And I've kind of started planting seeds, but I haven't obviously really announced that I'm not
Right.
leaving.
Yep. What about the housing market? What's it like out there?
There.
Uh-huh.
It's
Is it similar?
totally fine.
Okay.
It's crazy. Like people, like I think, well, actually not so much anymore because, you know what's happening with the federal government.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think one of the reasons why there's more money out there is because there's job stability.
Yeah. You don't
Because
have to
of
worry
the
about
federal
that.
government.
Yeah, it's stable.
I guess I don't know anymore.
I know. It's crazy
yeah.
times.
I know a lot of people who have been affected by this.
Same.
A lot.
Yeah, I just had a client in here yesterday, and she's freaking out because she works for the government. So it's
What part? Which branch of the government? Well, not branch. Department.
she's in like financial.
Okay.
So and
Maybe
she
is it OMB? Because they're like trying to gut hell out of that.
Yeah, it's one of those. And she says the thing with her, she's hoping that benefits as she's younger. She's like our age. And she's a hard worker. So I'm like, well, we can keep wishful thinking, but there's stuff that it's just going to be one.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll see what the next year
It's like I feel like my head's in the sand because there's just so much shit that comes out. And I'm like,
Eric is sick of me. Like, talking about it.
He's like, I can't handle it.
Yeah.
But you have passion, as you should, for it. As you should.
Yeah, he's not much. Like, he doesn't really agree with what's happening right now,
Yeah.
but he's not one to talk, you know?
Yeah, he doesn't
About
get
it.
involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But if you have a platform, why not? I think it needs to be talked about. I think being quiet is the issue these days.
I always get so frustrated because I tell him, I'm like, you know, if everybody thought like you did, we would not get anywhere.
True.
It's so true.
That's true. And that's why we do have a lot of issues, though.
Yeah, right.
Is because of that. And then nothing gets done. And then it turns into this, like, Hail Mary
Mm-hmm.
of, like, one side and the other side. And I'm like, oh, my God.
I just really wish that there wasn't so much like right versus left. Like, this is not
Yes.
the freaking problem right now.
Nope. I say
It's
that all
not.
the time. I always say that we've become so divided. It's disgusting. It's like, you know, you used to say with marriages you had to worry about religion and money. Now it's politics.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of that, and it's sickening what everything's come to. It's like mankind isn't mankind.
I've been like, I'm sure you've seen me.
Mhm.
I love them. Since even before the election, I've been trying to, like, it's just basic human decency. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yep.
That is it.
Absolutely.
And it's so frustrating. Even my own parents are like polar opposite of me.
Are
so,
they?
Yes.
I would have never thought.
Mhm. So, I mean, like, I can for the most part ignore most people, right?
Yeah.
But to have my own family,
Oh, that's
that
hard.
is really hard.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, do you forget where you came from?
Right. Where are your roots from?
Yeah,
You gotta
like,
remember this.
You guys are citizens now, so like all of a sudden, and I mean, this isn't just about the immigration thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
the bigger picture.
the bigger picture. Like, you guys were immigrants here.
Yep.
They were pretty blue up until Biden.
Really? Well, I
Mhm.
think that's a lot of people. I want to say, even my clientele, I saw a huge shift. Once he came, it just turned off everybody.
Yeah, and I'm pretty blue. I'm pretty
Yeah,
fucking left.
same.
I will say
Yeah,
I'm pretty
no,
fucking
I'll say
left.
the same.
I didn't really like Biden
I
either.
didn't either. And I sat there and I was like, you guys, and I say this with both sides, I'm like, this is the best America has. This is the best we have, you guys.
Yeah,
It just is boggling.
but I think for me is, I mean, I don't think I'll always vote, you know, blue.
Yeah,
It always comes down to
What's right?
what's right.
Absolutely.
But every single election that I have voted in, because
Mhm.
I'm only 30, turning
Yeah.
31,
Yep.
blue has been, for me, in my opinion,
Predominant.
what I've leaned towards.
Yeah.
So, it's just,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry.
I do
I'm just
too.
gonna say
I do too, yeah. I do too.
I hate
A
fuck.
big, disgusting.
Oh my god.
Agreed. I'm baffled by it every day. I think he's also like Teflon. He's turned into one of those, you know, like those mafia guys that they just can't get anything to stick to.
Yeah,
That is like him, and it's crazy. Crazy.
I really just.
I agree, girl. I'm right there with you. There's not many too. I can see that with women here as well. That's the crazy thing. And I didn't think that was the case until recently.
Really?
Yeah, when more have been coming out and being honest, and I'm like, oh. And so I was pretty sure I knew where you stood. So when you came in today, I'm like, okay, we can have honest conversations in here today.
Just everything that comes out of his mouth,
Yeah, the crap.
and everything that comes out of the mouths of everyone who is surrounded by him.
Yes.
For fuck's sake, Elon Musk is an apartheid child, and people really sat there and are saying that he did not do a freaking Nazi slave.
I know.
Excuse me?
I sat there and me being Jewish, I'm like, okay, go do that out in public. Go do it out in public openly.
And what's even worse, I have these Jewish friends.
Uh-huh.
Huge Trump supporters.
I know, that's the crazy